It's the Lionesses versus Sweden tomorrow night, 8 PM, and I predicted England to get to this stage in my pre-tournament prediction video. But at this point, back in that video I did all those months ago, I actually predicted England to go out at this stage in the tournament. I actually predicted England to finish second in their group and for England to face France in this knockout round because I expected Germany to top their group. However, they didn't. The Swedes beat them, and that actually bodes even worse for England given our form, our consistency. I know we're growing into this tournament and I know there's been improved performances since that opening game against France, but in hindsight, and I think this is the worry that in hindsight we're going to realise that actually the Netherlands and Wales were not suitable tests really for this Lionesses team. And do I still think though that England are going to go out in the first game of the knockout rounds at this tournament as defending champions? Stick around for a few minutes and I will let you know my final score prediction. But Sweden as a whole, look, they've surprised me. They genuinely have surprised me. Not that they're a good team. The fact that they beat Germany and beat them so convincingly was probably my biggest surprise of the tournament so far. I thought Germany and Spain were the two best teams in the women's game coming into this tournament, and that's sort of thrown a cat amongst the pigeons a little bit, and it leaves this tournament in a really interesting place. If England were to beat Sweden in this game, then my whole outlook on England at this tournament may then start to change. Maybe that momentum is going in the right way for England, because if England beat Sweden, there's no doubt it's a fantastic result because Sweden are a great team playing really good football, and arguably England, there's never been a better time to play England in the past 3 or 4 years. There really hasn't been. The problem is we don't really learn anything, do we, from the 6-1 win against Wales, the 4-0 win against the Netherlands. There's not a lot to learn from that really. The quality's there. We know England have quality. The disaster's been averted, hasn't it, in terms of England getting grouped, and that looked a serious possibility in what was dubbed the group of death at the start of this tournament. And that means a quarter-final exit isn't the disaster it would have been for Sarina Wiegman. I mean, to keep this level of consistency up is going to be very difficult. Having said that, I do think people will be more disappointed actually if we go out against Sweden rather than what would have been Germany at this stage in the competition. Not because of the rivalry, obviously England-Germany is a much bigger rivalry, but England fans would have seen Germany as a potential contender to go in and win this tournament. And I'm not saying Sweden aren't, and Sweden are certainly showing that they can be, but they've been a little bit more of a dark horse coming into this competition. Despite their history, it just seemed in recent years that England, France, Germany, Spain, so on, the traditional European powerhouses were starting to overtake Sweden and leave them behind. But they've come through in this tournament and played really well. Am I going to change my mind in terms of England going out at this stage? No. I'm not. I'm going to stick to what I originally predicted all those months ago. I think England will lose to Sweden tomorrow night. I hope that doesn't happen, but I just don't see this team there's still, again, I've said it 1,000 times, there's just something not right. I think England certainly have better quality than Sweden across the pitch, but this is a team sport, team game. The Lionesses just the consistency is way out. I've just got a feeling after that France game, I think we're going to see a similar sort of performance, if I'm honest with you, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 Sweden victory. I hope I am wrong. Come on, the Lionesses. It does not mean, of course, I won't be supporting the Lionesses tomorrow night, and I hope they get through. That's just my prediction. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you're new here and you've watched the end of this video and you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out tremendously. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all on my next video.